It's not the best time to be a Warriors fan. I'll just be honest. It's not the best time to be a Warriors fan right now, but you can't be mad. You've been spoiled these past few years, this past almost decade at this point. Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, whatever. The Warriors have been great. The Warriors have been great for a very long time now. They are one of the best franchises in NBA history. They have an icon that has played for them and them only for a very long time. And he's one of the best players ever as well. Shout out to Wardell Curry. But unfortunately, like all things, it seems like it's coming to an end. The Warriors are deteriorating, if you want to say that. Going into the 24-25 season, they lost Klay. Klay's out of there. Draymond Green has really showed his age, has declined. Stephen Curry is still on that, top 5 level. He has stretches where he can't do it. He has cold stretches. So, yeah, man. It's going to be interesting to see how the Warriors kind of go into these next few seasons with Steph and Draymond getting older. How will they handle everything going into, their next era? But I did want to check out this video today talking about the Warriors from one of my favorite channels on YouTube, bro. One of my favorite channels on YouTube, if y'all don't know, AM Hoops. I know, forgive me for not knowing his name. I know he's from Houston. Shout out to the H. One of my favorite channels, man. This dude puts together really good content. Wanted to react to this video that he posted today. I actually watched like a couple minutes of it. I definitely haven't seen the whole thing, or like the second half for sure. So just wanted to see what he's talking about here. I know he said that it is the Warriors wish list. Trade wish list. So we'll see what he's talking about here. Before we get into the video, because I promise you I'll let it play. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy that's just like, you know what I mean, talking too much. But this is a YouTube channel. But anyway, before we get into it, I want to kind of give some predictions here. So if I was the Warriors, right, a lot of people are telling the Warriors, yo, just rebuild. Rebuild. Don't worry about it. Get off Klay. Get off Dre. Send Steph to go play with LeBron. We're out of there. Let's rebuild, And that is the smart decision. I'll say this. No, I need to say this. That is the smart decision for most teams. But not when you have a player like Stephen Curry. So when you have an icon like Stephen Curry who's still producing at this level, you try to win. You try to win. You try to win. So I don't think that the Warriors should go into the rebuild until one of two things happens. Until Stephen Curry is not great anymore, which he still is, or two, Stephen Curry wants to leave. If Stephen Curry still wants to be there and he's still great, you still try to win every single season that he's there. So in terms of trade targets, of course, Lauri Markkanen was a great one. I think it would have been really interesting if they would have gotten him. Of course, he's showed that he's loyal to Utah. I don't know, man. I don't know, because you got Dre there, you got Steph. I mean, of course, you could get like a dominant big. So you want to see him team up with like, I can't even think of like any disgruntled stars right now, like any stars that want to leave. Like Donovan Mitchell is a guy that I think about, but he's not a good fit there. Lauri's locked up. And B just got signed. Like, there's not really too many options for the Warriors. So I'm actually interested to see like what he's gonna say. So honestly, I couldn't even give y'all one. I mean, if I had to just say one off the top of my head, maybe they get a guy like, I don't know, man. Maybe because that wouldn't work either. See, I don't know. We're just gonna get into it. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all could think of a good fit for the Warriors and a realistic one. I'm thinking of like a realistic one, like a star that actually wants to leave. I can't think of like a star that they could get. I just really can't think of one. I really can't. So let's see what my boy at AM Hoops is talking about.
Steph Curry just set the timeline for the Golden State Warriors. He signed a 1-year, $62 million extension to add to his current deal. So Steph's contract is aligned with Draymond Green. They both go out in 3 years. The Dubs have a 3-year window to win Steph a 5th ring, and the newest rumors are insane. Athletic reporter Sam Amick recently said Jimmy Butler is going to be a free agent next summer, didn't get an extension done. The Warriors have interest and have made a couple of calls this summer. And Warriors owner Joe Lacob has had dreams of Giannis coming the Warriors' way for a very long time. Giannis is a name to monitor. But
no. Giannis does not give me that vibe. I cannot see Giannis being like, hey, I won a championship here in Milwaukee. This is my city. You know what? I'm going to leave and go play with Steph. No. Maybe, if anything, Steph would go to Milwaukee. Giannis is not leaving Milwaukee to go play in Golden State. I can't see it.
But how realistic is this? I mean, so far, the Warriors have done nothing. They lost Clay, got a few role players. Steph will be lucky to make the play-in, but we have clues on what they're going to do based on what they just did this summer. And actually, we can guess what the exact trade will look like. But the official dog of the Warriors was Clay's bulldog Rocco, which I loved as a...
Sorry. We're going to skip this, my boy. Let's get back to it. What is he talking about? Okay.
Scorer for Steph. So reports said that Golden State was on the verge of landing PG several times.
Yeah.
They agreed to give him the max. Steph and Draymond were 100% on board. And on the table was a combination of Andrew Wiggins, Chris Paul, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and a first-round pick. But the Clips said
just
no.
talking about
Why?
Wiggins makes me sad,
They wanted to avoid the second apron. So next, the Warriors called the Jazz for Lauri Markkanen. Utah
this was the one.
asked for every pick,
this is what they needed.
And every young
this is what
player.
they needed right here.
Kuminga, Moody, Pods, everything. So the Warriors said no. I mean, Utah wanted to be blown away like they were for Rudy Gobert. So the Warriors slammed down the phone. So what we know is they want a legit number 2 for Steph, but they're not going to overpay. So who is realistic? Well, the number one thing to watch out for is a team that's about to blow up. I mean, every time a star demands a trade, it's because his team is a dumpster fire. Damian Lillard finally left Portland only after they pivoted to Scoot Henderson. James Harden left Brooklyn when KD and Kyrie became too toxic. So which team is next? Well, the obvious choice is the Bucks. Giannis has said over and over he is willing to move if Milwaukee is not competitive. And have you seen the East? The Celtics are far and away the best team in the NBA.
I don't know about
the Knicks
that.
And Sixers improved this summer. So Milwaukee can't afford...
It seems like he's focusing a lot on the Bucks and like Giannis. Again, bro, I know Giannis has come out and said some stuff like this, but bro, I can't see that. Like, I think Giannis is just trying to like push the Bucks to do things like which they've done. They literally got Drew Holiday, Damian Lillard. Like, come on, like I don't think Giannis actually wants to leave Milwaukee. Like I can't see that, bro. I can't see that. I don't know. I don't agree. Honestly, I don't.
A single injury or a down season from their players. But guess what? Their core is
That'd be
old.
crazy, though.
Brook
That'd be crazy.
Lopez is 36 this season. Dame, 34. Chris Middleton, an injury-prone 33. And even Giannis is about to be 30. Guys don't get healthier and better at this age. Milwaukee's got all the signs of being a mess. So if that happens, Giannis could easily be on a different team next year. But outside of Giannis and Jimmy Butler, Golden State's got their eyes on one other big name. Now, before we get there, who are the Warriors going to trade away? Well, we saw the names that they offered for Paul George. Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody. One guy we didn't see, Brandon Podziemski. The Dubs are
They
in
love this kid,
Pods,
bro. They love
and consider
Podziemski. They
him
love AirPods. They love
untouchable.
AirPods, bro.
In fact, Pods was working out at the Warriors facility on draft night. The GM Mike Dunleavy saw him and said a lot of these other teams are calling about you. They want you, but you're not going anywhere. You're ours. Then the owner, Joe Latham, had dinner with Jazz owner Ryan Smith, and he said the one player he wasn't going to move for Lauri Markkanen is Brandon Podziemski. So Warrior fans are responding. Yes, let's be a 10th seed again for Pods. And yes, let's waste Curry's prime and wait 3 years for Pods to be good. But are they making the same mistake that other people made for years? Pods was not a 5-star recruit. He was ranked 72nd in the class of 2021. So he went to Illinois, where the coaches didn't really like him, averaged 4 minutes a game. So Pods transferred to Santa Clara, immediately dropped 20 points and 9 boards a game, Conference Player of the Year. Then, at the Combine, he impressed scouts and became an unlikely 19th overall pick. So the plan was to develop Pods in the G League. But he impressed again at practice. Eventually started over Andrew Wiggins and Klay Thompson as a rookie. Every time people see this small white guy with curly hair, and he proves them wrong. Pods was a great rebounder and led the NBA in charges drawn as a rookie. Good passer, cutter, and defender, but developing as a shooter. Basically, he is the role player that every contending team needs. But would they actually trade him? I mean, there's a good chance. The Golden State is saying all this
Bro, y'all see the way that he structures his videos? Like, it's just, it's interesting, right? I was just caught in a trance. Nah, I think with Pods, though, I think they like him a little bit too much. He's good. I didn't know that he led the league in charges drawn. That's actually interesting.
To pump up his value to eventually land a star. But right now, the hype looks real, unlike Jonathan Kuminga. Dude is so close to being traded. I mean, right now he wants a max contract, but the Dubs aren't interested. He was the 7th overall pick in 2021 and was held out of their playoff rotation.
I don't know how to feel about
Kuminga. So JK finally complained to the media about his role and started getting big minutes. Last year, he started 46 games with a franchise record 138 dunks. Something the Warriors don't have a lot of. People called it his breakout season. But a big problem emerged late in the year. Kuminga got injured and was out for 6 games. And in that stretch, Golden State went 5-1 with better defense. It turned out Draymond plays better with a traditional center and rim protector, Trace Jackson Davis. So Steve Kerr benched Kuminga because his game is flawed. Imagine playing JK, Draymond, and a traditional center, 3 non-shooters. So Kerr said after the season, what JK's looking at is, how can he make himself more versatile to be available in different lineups? Can he be a small forward? That's a big question.
Steve Kerr be so blasted when he says
Translation,
this stuff, bro.
Learn how to shoot or you're out of here. Now dude wants a max contract? No! They cannot wait to include him in a trade. So we know that Kuminga is going to be in this deal. They also have sneakily a boatload of picks and swaps. For example, the 2025 first-round pick, 2027 first, the protected part of 2030, which is 1 through 20, and swaps in 26, 28, 29, 31, all their second-round picks. Or they could do 2026 first, 2028 first, and swaps. Point is, it's enough to get a superstar. So who will they target? Well, Giannis and Jimmy Butler are the current rumors.
Jimmy.
And I love Jimmy.
Hey, nah.
I mean, Jimmy scores
That's
inside,
a good one.
out.
I didn't
Steph
think about
scores
that.
Outside,
Jimmy,
in.
yeah.
And Jimmy has always
That's the best one I've heard
a
so
legit
far.
number one to get him over the top.
That's
he has
a good
proven in the playoffs, obviously. But what other teams could have the wheels come off? Well, Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers stick out. Kawhi's got 2 Finals MVPs already. Obviously, his health is a big issue.
I think Kawhi is
outside of Giannis
chilling.
And Jimmy, one big name to watch out for is Devin Booker. He created an amazing bond with Steve Kerr and Steph Curry during the Olympics. And why not throw Kevin Durant in there as well? And obviously,
Devin Booker. Come on, bro. No. Devin Booker is not going to the Warriors, bro. Come on now. Now we're just chatting, bro. Now we're
LeBron
chatting, bro.
and the Lakers. LeBron and Steph cannot stop talking about playing with each other one day. But if there's one thing we saw in Paris with those two, is that Steph still performs at his best in big games. He just needs an opportunity to play
Steph,
in them.
man.
The Warriors know this, and they are doing everything they can to reach the top again. Get Steph there. So they are being patient.
Clay leaving Golden State's pretty sad. That's sad,
but I would
bro.
be shocked if anything actually happened this season. I mean, the Dubs would need to make a big trade at the deadline, which is rare. So who can actually take down the Boston Celtics this coming year? They were dominant all season, but I think
Yeah, man. So interesting. From watching that video, shout out to my boy AM Hoops once again. Seems like his top targets for the Warriors to help, kind of save this run, save this legacy that they've had for the past couple seasons is Giannis, which I can't see happening. Devin Booker, which I really can't see happening. That makes no sense for either party. But there was one good one that I heard. Jimmy Butler. I did not think about Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy Butler to the Warriors makes a lot of sense. Him and Steph are on the same kind of trajectory in their careers. I think, he can play make. I think he can be a better shooter than he shows if he's playing off of Steph and Curry. You know what I'm saying? So Jimmy's a good one. But you guys let me know what you guys think about the Warriors, man. Like I said, man, I think Clay leaving is kind of sad. It's just sad to see all of it kind of come down. But, I mean, everything must come to an end, So, shout out to the Warriors. Shout out to, the runs that they've given us. Maybe it's not over. It probably is. But maybe it's not. And we'll see how they pivot. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Appreciate y'all boys tuning in. Like I said, we stream almost daily. Check me out on Twitch, Tommy Uno. We got a lot more NBA talk coming. But yeah, man, we out of here. Everybody be safe. Peace.